Department, Mr. Louis Nash, Aaron James Lee, Yap Ting Wei. Just now I forgot to introduce our bass mentor. You're sitting quietly in the back. Jay Anderson. Come on, Jay. Come. Jay Anderson, ladies and gentlemen. How about that?
In so many years, we've come so far in building up this nation. We owe a lot to Singapore. There's much we can be thankful for, but now's the time to give back something more. We've got to stand up for Singapore. Stand up for Singapore. Stand up, everyone. Stand up for Singapore. we've only just begun. Remember what we had before and look with pride to Singapore. But now it's time to give back something more. We've got to stand up for Singapore. Stand up for Singapore.
Stand up for Singapore. Do the best you can. Reach out for your fellow man. You've got to make a stand. Recognize you can play your part. Let it come right from your heart. Be prepared to give a little more. Stand up for Singapore.
Stand up for Singapore. Do it with a smile. Stand up for Singapore. You find it all worthwhile. Believe in yourself, you've got something to share. So show us all you really care. Be prepared to give a little more. Stand up for Singapore. Singapore, our home and nation, together with determination, join in like you've never done before. Stand up for Singapore. Stand up for Singapore. Stand up for Singapore.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to Jazz at Home, Swinging in Singapore, presented by the Jazz Association Singapore and performed by the Jazz Association Singapore Orchestra, JASSO, together with our very special guest vocalist and guest musicians. I'd like to wish everyone a very happy National Day month. My name is Jeremy Monteiro, and I'm the Executive Director and Music Director of the Jazz Association Singapore.
Hello, everyone. I am Weixiang Tan, and I'm the Associate Music Director of JASS Association Singapore. Tonight, Jeremy and I are hosting the show live from Jazz Listening Lounge, Maduro, and we are very glad you are tuning in.
Yeah, Weixiang, that was a really nice arrangement that you did of Stand Up for Singapore, featuring our guest singers all together to give the show a nice, rousing opening. We heard Rudy Joe, Shabir, Alamé Fernandez, and Melissa Tam singing on that version. The song was composed by Hugh Harrison, who's watching right now. Hi, Hugh. Welcome to the show.
Hugh.
And released in 1984 to celebrate 25 years of nation building. Until tonight, we have not really heard the full version of Stand Up for Singapore, and because since 84, 85, the only version we've been listening to is the 60% where the trumpets go ba-da, ba-da, from there, you know. So now it was very nice to just hear the whole version again. What went through your mind, Weixiang, when you were writing the arrangement for the song?
Well, to be honest, I found out just very recently that the original arrangement was written by you. And I was like thinking to myself, I kind of grew up with this song and this arrangement. And so I don't think I would want to mess with it that much. So what I did was to keep much of the original, right? And then extrapolated the tune with jazz harmonies and motifs. It was great to hear those lyrics in the first half of the song.
Yes, it was.
Yeah.
Yes.
So, we always have fun with the musicians on and off the stage when performing live. Don't you miss performing live?
Absolutely. You know, I think about the times that we play at the Botanic Gardens or when we do our performances overseas, doing our cultural diplomacy, playing, in the US or China or wherever, in the UK, and we really, really miss
playing, overseas as well as with our other musician friends.
Yeah, and it's also great to meet all the audience members around the world wherever we play. Actually, speaking of which, can we play the next song, which is a swinging version of Singapura that we perform with JASS HOME, featuring Malaysian Tan at our EFG London Jazz Festival tour in 2018?
Absolutely, let's hear it.
Yeah.
Singapura, oh Singapura, sunny island set in the sea. Singapura, oh Singapura, pretty flowers bloom for you and me. Come along, join the song and merry singing. Blend our voices, join in the chorus. Singapura, oh Singapura, those pretty flowers bloom for you and me. Join the song and merry singing. Blend our voices, join in the chorus. Singapura, oh Singapura, those pretty flowers will bloom for you and me.
Wow, that was really swinging and a lot of fun way.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember we played this show in the Millennium Copthorne Ballroom, and actually that they put us up as well. They actually
That's right.
took care of us while we were there in London. And on that particular show, there were so many Singaporeans attending. And also we had our High Commissioner, Singapore's High Commissioner to the UK, Miss Fu Chi attending as well. Really, really good fun. Hey, the next song we're going to play is actually one of your compositions, something that the Jazz Association commissioned you to do, called The Lion Roars Again. Please tell us a little bit about it, Wei.
Yes, so I was commissioned by JASS Association Singapore to write a piece that represents hope and pride in the country, hence the title, The Lion Roars Again, as Singapore is also known as the Lion City. So I took, in the conceptualization phase, I took a very early turn towards nostalgia. So I tried to evoke memories of how Singapore was like when I grew up in the 1980s. The music strongly evokes the sound of a very young city back when Singapore was half of its current population. So it's the sound of Cassiopeia. It's the sound of cassette tapes of good times at the beach recorded on film, and generally like recollections of good times past.
Wow, that's great. I didn't know that you were a fan of Cassiopeia.
Yes.
Actually, for those of you who don't know, Cassiopeia is a Japanese fusion band that got global prominence in the 80s. And most of the Singapore drummers were really big fans of the drummer Akira Jimbo.
That's right.
And you said your song is full of reminiscence, and I can definitely feel and hear that, but it also has a bit of a prophetic kind of thing, talking about a time when Singapore is way past COVID-19 and things are back to normal, and when the lion roars again. And here's the tune. a great composition, Wei.
Oh, thank you.
Congratulations. Really nice.
Thanks.
Really great vibe. It kind of reminds me a little bit of that great tune and just the spirit of it. Of feels so good. They won all those Grammys, right? So I hope you win a Grammy with this one. We'd like to remind everyone who's watching now to please share our post or start your own watch party so that we can get much more people watching. Right now we have just over 400 people watching on Facebook. I haven't checked on YouTube yet, but please share our link and also share the watch parties. We'd like to say a very good evening. We acknowledge the presence of the Minister of Culture, Community and Youth, Mr. Edwin Tong. Thanks for tuning in. Also to our chairman of the JASS Association Singapore, Dr. Edmund Lam, and some of our board members who have joined us, Susan Pei and Sally Liu and everyone else. Also like to say hello to Joanna Dong. Thanks for watching. And also, wow, it's a lot of people who are joining us. My good friend, great drummer, Sean Kelly, watching from Bangkok. Vivian Koh from the NIE NTU is watching us. The president of the Eurasian Association, Dr. Alexius Pereira, thanks for joining us. Chokorong, who's one of the arrangers for our show, is watching as well.
Yeah.
Welcome, Stephen Francis. All the musicians from the band who are watching as well. Tan Chin Bu, my old friend from the SBC Orchestra. Stephen Francis. Wow, we have friends from Sweden, Keith Gap and Nicola Gap watching as well. Hi, Keith and Nicola. So many people. We could go on forever, but I think I'll stop there. You have some friends watching as well.
Oh, yes. We'd like to say hello to Prakash as well. Hello, Prakash. Also, Jordan Wei, our very own Jordan Wei. And, of course, Ma from Tone House Studios. Hello, Ma.
Thank you very much. And thanks for all the nice comments that y'all are putting on for us. Please let us know how you feel and let us know that you're enjoying the show. So what do we have next, Wei?
So in June last year, we performed a song at a concert titled Jazz It Up, a jazzy celebration of Chinese songs, partnering with Singapore Chinese Cultural Center with the intention of reaching out to Chinese-speaking audiences through jazz. So one of the classic songs performed at the concert was called 小人物的心声, otherwise known as Voices from the Heart, written by Tan Kian Chin and Bon Sek Ying, arranged by Jordan Wei. Hello, Jordan. Featuring Joanna Dong and Jeremy. Watch out for the musical toing and froing between Joanna and Jeremy.
嗨，大家好，我是董姿燕。My name is Joanna Dong, and I'm wishing all fellow Singaporeans a very happy National Day. Now, I'm so glad that one of the songs that I used to perform with JASSO is now being part of their first ever National Day live stream. I can't wait for the day where I can swing with JASSO in person again. But till then, everybody keep safe, and once again, happy birthday, Singapore.
就一番大事业，但我尽力贡献一份微薄的力量啊。哦，也许我自己不能发出万丈光和亮，但我能为都市带来足够的光芒。我从来就不在乎自己不是一个大人物，因为平凡也是一种幸福。我看到名人总是忙忙碌碌，我的时间由我控制，平凡日子一样会充实。一个大人物，因为平凡也是一种幸福。我看到名人总是忙忙碌碌，我的时间由我控制，平凡日子一样会充实。我从来就不在乎自己不是一个大人物，因为平凡也是一种幸福。我看到名人总是忙忙碌碌，我的时间由我控制，平凡日子一样会充实。哦，平凡的日子一样会充实。平凡日子一样会充实。How you doing, Jeremy?
Thank you, Joanna, for that nice message and that wonderful performance. I can't wait for all of us to be in the same room playing like that again. I also want to take this opportunity to thank all the people who are cross-posting our live streams on our Facebook and our YouTube, but also our media partner, Straits Times. And a lot of people are watching now on Straits Times Facebook and YouTube as well. And also the International Jazz Day, which is run by the Herbie Hancock Institute, are cross-posting us, and we get a global audience from them. So thank you so much for supporting us. Also, EFG International is cross-posting us. And so many of you have started your watch parties. So please continue to invite people to join us to watch the show. Next up is a really soulful Tamil song called Singai Nada by composer and singer Shabir, he sings really well on this track. Actually, when I first heard the song, I was so impressed. The title really means Land of the Lion, and the chorus in this evocative song, which goes Singai Nada, Yenten Vida, translates to Singapore, my country, my home, making this a fitting song for us to celebrate National Day. I also want to say that the song, when I first heard it, when Shabe played it for me, I could really see a lot of imagery about Singapore, our wonderful parks, the botanic gardens and the swans, and also like Bishan Park. That's where I'm from, in Bishan. Yay, go Bishan. And also, just school children going to school, the hustle and bustle of our city, and also people enjoying music in the clubs and so on. So this song is so much imagery for me. The talented pianist and arranger, Chok Kurong, did a very exciting arrangement. He was able to blend and bring in all the Indian elements that were in the original recording into the big band setting, and really did some great justice to this song, together with great tabla playing with our good friend and a very sought-after percussionist, Muhammad Noor, playing a tabla on it. Here's Shabe and Jasso performing Singai Nada.
பல இடங்கள் Nisa ga 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 ma re ma ga re sa.
I hope you all enjoyed that as much as we did performing it for you. Hey, Jeremy, shall we share with the audience how we put this all together?
Yeah, it was too bad if we can't get together now as the whole band and play together, right? And then we started off in the last few months like doing single panel videos. So we were great that when we were allowed to come together in smaller groups, that we got together and did this almost like baking a rainbow colored layered cake or like a nonya kueh lapis,
Kueh lapis.
And we just did one layer after another, and then we just put it all together like that. What do you say?
Yeah, I think the whole cake analogy is like perfect. We start with the crispy crust of the rhythm section, basically piano, drums, bass, guitar, right? That is the foundation. And then we add the different flavors on top. We have saxophones, trombones, and trumpet. And of course, the icing on the cake, which are the vocalists.
Yes. It actually was a slow process, but indeed we enjoyed it very much. And I hope that you all are enjoying it as much as we all had, as much fun as we all had putting it together for you, all of us at the JASS Association Singapore Orchestra and the team doing all the behind the scenes work. If I may share, not everybody may be aware that the JASS Association Singapore is a charity. That means that we are very reliant on kind donations to sustain the work we do, such as we try to help in raising the level of excellence in jazz and finding and growing the audience in Singapore as for jazz. Also with our youth development programs, the Lion City Youth Jazz Festival, as well as our scholarship program. We now have 3 active scholars in college in Singapore and in the US as well. And we work a lot in inclusivity with the very special arts, which is spearheaded by none other than Weixiang Tan with his great projects that he does with very special arts. Also, we really want to live up to one of our ambitions is to help to make Singapore a global city of jazz. And part of that is our cultural diplomacy work, where we take our music, Singapore jazz, to the world. And so that's very important work, I think. And after COVID, we can't wait to travel again and go and perform. And also, finally, we recently started a Musicians Crisis Fund to help musicians, jazz musicians who may be in distress at this point in time. So, with all the work we do, we could never ever dream of doing anything that we're doing without your help and without your assistance. So thank you to all of you who have been making donations and supporting us. And for all of you who are watching now, please consider making a donation of any amount if you can. It will really help to keep us going. As a bonus, those of you who are Singapore tax residents will get a tax deduction benefit. Thank you very much for listening. Thank you. The next song is really fun. It is the well-loved song, Malay song, Burong Kakak Tua. Now, there are 2 literal translations for the song Burong Kakak Tua. One is, my sister's old bird. And the other translation is, my old sister's bird. But Burong Kakak Tua is also the Malay name for the cockatoo bird. Wait, did you know that our founding Prime Minister, Mr. Lee Kuan Yew, actually used to love to sing in the bathroom, and this was one of his favorite songs.
I didn't know that. That's fascinating. And really, it is a fun 60s twist and swing arrangement by Michael Verapam we have here. And here's the wonderful crooner Rudy Joe, together with Jesso, performing Burong Kakak Tua.
Burung kakak tua hinggap di jendela. Nenek sudah tua, giginya tinggal 2. Lejum, 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 oh la la. Lejum, 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 oh la la. Lejum, Lejung, lejung, oh la la, burung kakak tua, burung kakak tua, hingga di jendela. Oh nenek sudah tua, giginya tinggal dua. Lejung, 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 oh la la. Lejung, 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 oh la la. Lejung, 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 oh la la. Burung kakak dua. Hey. Kakak tua hingga di jendela. Oh nenek sudah tua, giginya tinggal dua. Letrum, ah letrum, letrum, oh la la. Letrum, 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 oh la la. Letrum, 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 tra la la. Burung kakak tua. Oh yeah.
The next song is a lovely song, originally composed and written by Dick Lee in 1994, and which has truly become a Singapore folk song. It features Malaysian Tan, who also plays the role as artist manager here at JASS Association, Singapore. Here's Bunga Sayang, which means flower of love or flower of the heart in Malay. Enjoy.
tall and ancient tree that shelters from the sky above, a tree of hope, a tree of love. It shares our joy and feels our pain. It grows with us through sun and rain. It stays so green the whole year through, and flowers when a dream comes true. Bunga sayang, bunga sayang, you are heaven's own work of art. Bunga sayang, bunga sayang, gentle flower of the bunga sayang, bunga sayang, you are heaven's own work of art. Bunga sayang, bunga sayang, gentle flower of the bunga sayang.
Let's look at some of the comments and questions people are posting and say hello to some of the more of the folks watching. Yeah, I think Anson Fung is watching, right?
Yeah, Anson. Yeah, great job on that guitar solo in the front and also in the middle of the song. Wonderful playing. And
Yes.
who else is here? You can
Sean
see-
Sean Hongwei. Sean Hongwei.
Yeah, hi Sean. Sean is one of our musicians who's now doing his BMT, so we missed him at this performance, so we can't wait for him to be back playing with us sometime. Thanks for tuning in, Sean.
Yeah, Sean.
And Reggie Pereira, the wonderful percussionist, also plays the didgeridoo. Great to have you join us. Be nice to see nearly 500 people watching us now on Facebook. Also, thanks for the comments coming in from the International Jazz Day and apart.sg also for commenting and saying such positive things to us. So we're really happy that all of you are seeming to have a great time. So I wonder what do we have next?
Yeah, our next item is Rasa Young, a well-loved Malay folk song that is well-known all over ASEAN. This is a great arrangement by Tom Cubis where he blends the traditional second line, reminiscent of marching bands of New Orleans, in the beginning before the band goes into a pulsating swing. It blends the catchy and universal-sounding Malay melody with swinging big band sounds, showing that any catchy melody really can be arranged in any style. This arrangement features solos by Tamago on drums, Richie playing flute, Tom Walsh and Eddie Wen on trumpets, Mei Shum on piano, and Anselm Feng on guitar. Enjoy! That was great fun. Yes, at this point in time, we'd like to say hello to a couple of friends of ours. So hello to Christy Smith, right? Hello to Mike Ang, MJ Mohammed, and of course, hello to Cheryl Teo.
Yes, and also we'd like to say hello to Jillian Kang, also to Juniper Chu, my student who watches all our shows. We really appreciate you joining us all the time. And Tan Chin Bu, yeah. Thank you so much, all of you who are joining us and saying hello to us and waving to us. That was so much fun, actually. I have to name the soloists because they played so well on this. There was Eddie Wen on the trumpet first, then Rit Shi on the flute. And Rit is our Jazz Association Singapore scholar studying at the Queen's College in New York now. And Tom Walsh, who's the lead trumpeter in our band very often. Tom plays with Quincy Jones and with Jasso, so not bad, yeah? And then we also have Mei Mei Shum, wonderful piano player from Singapore. Anson Feng again. And our long-time drummer that everyone in Singapore knows and loves, Tamago. You know, I think next we're going to play Home, I think.
I think so too.
Yeah,
yes.
and it's a beautiful song by Dick Lee, and really it means so much to me. It's one of the most beautiful melodies that have come out of Singapore, in my opinion. And I was traveling a lot in the late 90s, and out of town 4 to 6 months, just playing on the road all the time. And one day when I was in my hotel room and Home came on, I actually wept, just missing my homeland, missing Singapore. How does it feel for you to listen to Home?
Yeah, it's funny because Home was written in 1998, which kind of makes it about 22, 23 years old. But it feels like this song has been around us all our lives, you know. I think that's amazing. This song has resonated with audiences, with Singaporeans from like little kids all the way to like old folks. So I think it's deserves its place in the pantheon of Singapore songs. Fantastic. And we try to do it justice by a wonderful arrangement by Jordan Wei, featuring again Mei Shum on piano and Tom Walsh on trumpet.
Yes, and we decided to do this as an instrumental rather than a vocal tune. And the reason is that everybody knows the words of Home on some level, either in your mind or in your heart. We all know the lyrics of Home. So we thought that we'll play an instrumental for you so that you can then sing the words of Home in your heart. And a big thank you to our king of pop and master songwriter Dick Lee for that beautiful song, Home. And also wonderful playing there by Mei Shom, and wonderful melody playing there by lead trumpeter Tom Walsh. The time is just going by so fast. We only have 2 more tunes left. Can you believe it?
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Before we do that, we'd like to thank our supporters for tonight's concert. Firstly, the National Arts Council for their digital presentation grant. Also, the Cultural Matching Fund, the Composers and Authors Society of Singapore Limited, EFG Bank and EFG International, and our venue sponsor, Maduro, the lovely jazz club that we hope will soon open for live music again. Our show is supported by the Straits Times as official media, and thank you for that, for all the eyeballs that you bring to our shows. And they are supporting us in conjunction with their 175th anniversary.
We hope you have enjoyed our show so far. We would love to hear from you about it so that we can make our next show even better for you. So if you don't mind, please head to www.jazzassociation.sg/feedback to help us with a very short online survey. And now, back to the show. Jeremy, your composition, To Be Eurasian, To Be Singaporean, is one and the same. It's a really, really fun jazz pop tune. Tell me about how you came to write it.
Well, you know, I was commissioned by the Eurasian Association for the 100th anniversary of the Eurasian Association to write this tune. And after they commissioned me, 2 or 3 weeks later, I was still blocked. I had no idea what to write about. And then my friend Julia De Silva wrote an article in Channel News Asia where she said, Eurasian, Singaporean, same. And that really brought all the lyric ideas just came flowing in, and the melody soon after. So thank you very much, Julia. I know you're watching with your family and friends right now. Thank you for tuning in. I also was very gratified to listen to the MP for Tanjong Pagar JRC, Miss Joan Pereira, when she said some really nice things about the song. If I may quote her, she said, being Eurasian myself, the song To Be Eurasian, To Be Singaporean, it's one and the same, makes me proud to be a Singaporean because it tells me what it means to be a Singaporean regardless of my race. Thank you so much, Joan. And now here's the song featuring LMA Fernandez.
To be Eurasian, what does it mean to be me? Feeling all these cultures within me, in this land where we are free. Our forefathers came here before us from many different lands. Here they found love and family, and they chose to call this home. We are strong and we love our home. Our hearts beat together as one. For our friends and our family, together we'll cherish our land. What we always will remember for 100 years and more. To be Eurasian, to be Singaporean, one and the same. We love to cook and we love to sing, and dancing is a favorite thing. But we also reach for excellence in every field we're in. Whatever we do in our daily lives, a soldier, teacher, or nurse, a writer, sportsman, or lawyer, we will always do our best. We are strong, we love Singapore, our hearts beat together as one. For our friends and our family, together We love Singapore, our hearts beat together as one. For our friends and our family, together we'll cherish our land. What we always will remember for 100 years and more. To be Eurasian, to be Singaporean, it's one and the same. To be Eurasian, to be Singaporean, it's one and the same. One and the same. One and the same. One and the same. We're one and the same.
Yeah, Alame, what a wonderful performance. We also want to say hello to Michael Virapan, one of our arrangers for the band, who just tuned in. Nice to see you, Michael. And
Yeah.
thanks for joining us. Well, we've come to the end of the show, and we only got one more song left for you. And we really enjoyed performing for you, and we really enjoyed listening to our guest singers and also to our guest vocalists, and I hope that you did as well.
Yes, on behalf of the Jazz Association Singapore, we would like to thank all the members of our technical crew who worked their magic to put these recordings and videos together. So if I may name them, Sunil Kumar, hi, Prakash Xavier, Wan Zhong Wei, who's right here right now, and Ma of Tone House Studios, as well as all the members of the team at Jazz for their hard work. We'd like now to close with a composition that Jeremy composed with lyricist Jim Atchison 30 years ago. One people, one nation, one Singapore. Being the 30th anniversary of this song, there's been many versions of this composition, including a parody by Singapore comedians Mr. Brown and Mr. Miyagi, as well as the official 30th anniversary version that Jeremy recorded with the SAF band.
Yes, and actually there are so many other versions as well. I'm really happy to see that on the 30th anniversary of the song, people are celebrating it and singing it. There's a wonderful translation in Malay, a Malay version of One People, One Singapore. And I've been seeing this meme go around, which says, one pimple, one lotion, one single paw. I know who you are. Watch out, I'm coming for you. Just kidding. Go ahead and have fun. Anyway, Wei, besides all the arrangements that we've been hearing and all the versions we've been hearing, I really love this instrumental version that our youth orchestra, the Jazz Association Singapore Youth Orchestra, or Jazz Yo, did at one of the 2018 Lion City Youth Jazz Festival, which is our linchpin program for youth musician development here at the Jazz Association Singapore. Our youth members performed together with some amazing mentors like 6-time Grammy winner Randy Brecker and the most recorded drummer in jazz history, Louis Nash. You were conducting and I was playing the piano.
That's right. Yeah, I really love the fearless performance by our youth, right? And of course, the bluesy gospel piano intro you play on there. Yeah, and also there were some really amazing trumpet playing, right, by Tom Walsh, which basically hit the stratosphere of the trumpet range. That's amazing.
Yes, and some friends sent me audience videos of the performance, and I literally heard gasps of astonishment at various points during the song, so it was very, very heartwarming for us to hear. Both our orchestras, Jazzo and Jazz Yo, fly the Singapore flag high and proudly. On behalf of Weixiang and all of us at the Jazz Association Singapore, thank you so much for watching Jazz at Home, Swinging in Singapore, presented in celebration of Singapore's 55th National Day. Please continue to follow us on our social media. Once again, thank you to all our sponsors and supporters, and thank you to all of you for tuning in to watch the show. Until the next time, despite the pandemic,
Let's keep swinging in Singapore.